your morning blessing. And then I have the deck I'm going to use today. I hope everybody's having a most beautiful Tuesday. We have had a lot of really weird things going on. From Sean Combs. Where is Diddy? I think he's either in Haiti, and people are looking at me like, Haiti? Why would he be in Haiti? Okay. I think he's either in Haiti or Panama. I don't think he, because I'm thinking of countries that don't have an extradition agreement. I think Haiti does. However, that country right now is in a lot of craziness, I guess. Hold on. Well, that country's in a lot of craziness right now, so they're probably really easy to financially manipulate. And we know Sean Combs has got a crap load of money. So anyway, I'm like, so where's Diddy? But then we had a really horrific transportation issue in Baltimore, where the cargo ship hit the bridge and the bridge collapsed. And I want to say there was like at least 20 cars on the bridge that, yeah. So sending lots of Reiki. Whew, that just kind of like overcame me, man. So sending lots of Reiki to the families of the people that lost their lives in that incident yesterday. But it's an unusual time. We had the beginning with the partial eclipse yesterday, and then like the middle of the early morning hours. And this is eclipse season, so let's kind of look and see what's our financial forecast for this eclipse season of March into April. Looking forward into that time, not forward like, hey, because I'm kind of like, what's going on? The veil is really super thin. The veil is super, super, super thin. And there is a disorder, and I want to say the abbreviation for it, or the acronym for it, is something like PMG. It's a really difficult to say disorder. Okay, I guess that's it on our cards there. Got just a couple. But it's a really kind of strange disorder that people in person... Now, okay, I'm going to say if they're seeing it everywhere, I'm wondering. I don't know. Really, it's kind of like either way. But in this disorder, and NBC News had a little article about it. And in this disorder, people can see the metamorphosis or changing in people's appearances. And they were talking about how they could see them turning into like reptilians or demonics. And I'm kind of like, is it really a disorder? Or is it a part of the veil lifting again, where we start to see things in different ways? I'm just kind of waiting for a bit to see if people coming in. So hello, if this is your first time watching. My name is Maris, and today we're going to be doing a financial forecast. But before we get into that, I want to talk about it as also cootie season. And so I like to do a little bit of extra protection. And so I make these, and I use them for myself, my family, and remember those little inhaler things that we would get from Vicks when we were kids? I don't know, they probably still make them, where, you know, you would put it in your nose and you could smell the Vicks and it like opened up, you know, all your sinuses. Well, I love to make these, and I do make these for people, and I'll use different kinds of oils. So we'll have like the bottom off of that put in the little cotton plug, and then I load it up with whatever oil that we're using or what I'm needing it for. So I've got thieves. So if I want to be anti-cootie, you know, everybody around me is sick but me, you know, or I don't want to get sick, whatever, I use thieves. If I'm feeling a little depressed, I love to use joy. If I've got the sniffles or a lot of congestion, I use RC. And also if my throat's tickling a lot, I'll use the RC. RC has some myrtle oil in it, and myrtle oil is really good for the throat. And then Clarity, for those days that you've got a little brain fog, helps with that. So, but essentially what you do is put that little plug in, drop your oil into that plug. If I'm gonna, you know, I put quite a bit in there, and then you'll take the little bottom part and just snap it on, and boom, you've got your own olfactory a way to dispense your essential oils by olfactory means. Works wonderfully. I love those. So I just wanted to share those with you this morning. I'm like, yeah. I think they're really cool to use, and yeah, I will make them for my clients if they want one. I have all the little tools for them. So, but let's move forward with our reading, and we're using that career and finance deck, and I just wanted to get a look at what is going on in this eclipse season when it comes to money, as in money matters. That's how we create our living experience. So let's take a look at the first card, and the first card is Courage, and it is upside down. We've got Authority, and it is upside down. And then we have Education, and guess what? It is upside down. Just to kind of give you a little preview, or give you a view here of all three. So we've got Courage upside down, Authority upside down, and Education upside down. And we're looking at the financial forecast. We're looking at this eclipse season. So from, you know, technically yesterday until what, about April 9th, the day or so after the eclipse. And right now, this energy coming in shows a lot of chaos, a lot of fear, a lot of what I'm going to call miseducation. And usually that is a result of disinformation. Okay, so it's a time of chaos, a time of the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, not within your own realm, everything around you. It's just a lot of chaos and a lot of misinformation. I want to always remind my followers and people that when they're watching my videos, chance favors a prepared mind. So when I looked at this first line, and I'm like, it's a lot of doom and gloom. It's a lot of negative energy right there. However, if you are prepared for negative energy, you're going to probably get through this pretty well compared to somebody, you know, who's going to be feeding into that dis and misinformation. All right, so our second line really kind of has a lot to do with what I'm going to call chance favors a prepared mind. Okay, so that first line, let's see, come on, turn over. There we go. That first line that we looked at was a lot of doom and gloom, but the second line is kind of like where we're headed to, and it's showing wisdom, protection, and magic. And when I'm looking at all three of these cards, this is like, I'm going to say, chance favors a prepared mind. You were already ready. You were already prepared for any kind of a shish storm coming up, you know, in this next couple of weeks. You're already ready for it. You're prepared. You've already, I'm going to say it's kind of like chance favors a prepared mind. You already have things in line. You have things, plan A, plan B, plan C working. You're already doing a little bit of networking so that you can connect in with like-minded people. So even though we got a shish storm brewing on, you know, the horizon, when we're looking at money in the next couple of weeks, when we're looking at finance, and so I'm going to think stock market, economy, we're looking, and even like oddball off the wall things, when we're thinking about all of that negative, that is a potential and a really strong potential. But we're also now looking at the prepared side, wisdom, protection, and magic. You can create what you want out of this. You may say, hey, we're going to extend, you know, for those that are kind of been living frugally during Lent, you know, I'm going to say, hey, maybe we might extend this out a couple of more weeks and, you know, maybe make some adjustments in the way that we're shopping or the way that we're spending our money right now, because you really want to kind of keep your money close to hand. There's going to be, like I said, there's a lot of disinformation and a lot of chaos, and they want to push that fear agenda so people are freaking out, you know, because we tend to do really stupid things when we're freaking out, okay? Now, the last row over here for us, okay, okay, all right. So I'm going to kind of put it like this. Yeah, we're going to have to make great effort. We will have to make great physical effort. Now, when I'm saying physical, we can even think, and then the way we react is a physical effort. Good morning, Brittany. How are you? We can have a scenario where just it is by the way we choose to react, and I'm going to call that physical, making it, we're looking at making it work. And I said you'll have to physically do that. This is something of an effort, whether it's a mental effort or a physical effort. You will be the one in charge of your realm, your sacred space. Chance favors a prepared mind. I keep getting that. And it's definitely this trial, or, and when I mean trial, I don't mean it in a negative way. It's like seeing how people react kind of trial. And you are going to be that one that's in control, or, and when I use the word manipulating, it's like if my shoulder was dislocated, you will manipulate it back into place, okay? Not like a narcissist or a puppet master manipulating, okay? It's putting it back into harmony, putting it back into alignment. So you will be the one manipulating. Right over here, you're going to be the one manipulating how things work out for you. There is nothing there is nothing, nobody, no entity that is going to be able to mess with your mojo when you are sincere and working on that. Now, limitations is what kind of makes me go into that part of it there, because when we look at limitations, I'm thinking the phrase that comes to my head is rules of engagement. So we're not playing Mad Max on this. We're not at that point. There's still rules of engagement. However, you're the one that's going to be in control of most of those rules of engagement. You're going to be able to enforce those in the way that you want to or need to in order for you to have that level of success. Through these next couple of weeks, be in control. Be in control. And then I love this last card here. And the last card is give and take. And I'm going to say something about that. Don't block other people's abundance flow. Don't block their prosperity. So when somebody offers you something, take it. If you can use it, great. If you can't use it, pass it on. But we need to learn how to be more receptive to what others bless us with, or when they share their abundance. So, it's like if something happens to somebody and they're in a really good place and they come by and they say, let me take you to dinner, you let them take you to dinner. If they say, hey, let me pick up this bill for you, let them pick up that bill for you. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel like it's charity. It is how abundance flows, how prosperity rolls, and how everybody or that land itself becomes abundant, or that land itself, the people in that land become, abundant and prosperous. So learn to give as well as to learn to receive. It is this synergistic effort coming back and forth among the people. And that is how we get united. That is how we create our very, really strong, prosperous communities. It's like support local businesses is one form of that give and take. But just kind of wanted to put that out, is that just keep networking, stay networking. If you have a weakness, find somebody that has that strength. And hopefully you have a strength to offer them so that we have that give and take. It's not as bad as it seems. They're going to be really piping in a lot of fear, giving people just, creating a sense of anxiety, a sense of depression, just a really kind of low vibration. But I want you to remember that negative energy thrives on a low vibration. And negative energy struggles really hard to keep up with positive energy. So they'll try to drag you down and bring you down. And that's what's going to be happening in the news, in social media, in mainstream media, probably even in the underground media. They're going to be really portraying a lot of negative, ugly things. And during that time, during this trial, over the eclipse season, it's really important for you to vibe high and to think positive, happy, prosperous, wonderful things. Disconnect from what becomes a drag. Just disconnect from it, especially if it's social media or media. Anything that's electronic, we are in control of our electronic devices. And you can set the rules of engagement on your own electronic device. So, again, I don't know if you missed the beginning of today's reading, but I talked about 4 oils very briefly, and I used them in my little olfactory thing. Olfactory device. I use joy for the depression and anxiety. I use thieves for the cooties. I use RC for the sniffles and congestion, or if my throat's tickling. And then for the brain fog, clarity. And considering that it is eclipse season, clarity might be your best friend. So, peace, love, and harmony. Don't forget to love this video. Don't forget to share it, comment, because everybody who loves, comments, shares gets entered into the drawing for my really cool little, and guess what? It's right behind me. Yes, it's on the altar there. It's a double-sided pendulum board with a cool smoky quartz pendulum. You know, so you guys can connect into your higher self and do some conversation. So, you know, kind of look and ask those wonderful questions that you need those answers to. So, use your frankincense, keep your vibration high, listen to some groovy music. Don't listen to any P. Diddy music. Ugh. Ooh, he's the devil. And I mean that metaphorically. That man's in a lot of trouble, so I actually think it's probably a good idea that maybe I send him a little Reiki, that he finds some moment to turn himself in, so that we don't have, you know, chaos going on in that. So, sharing Reiki with anybody that wants that today, kicking it off with a Hon Shaze Shonen. It's connecting us all with the etheric on the etheric level. And then Chokure, Chokure, Chokure. Seiheki, Seiheki, Seiheki. And then bringing it past, present, future. Hon Shaze Shonen, Hon Shaze Shonen, Hon Shaze Shonen. So peace. I am really going to leave now. I got to get ready for my next appointment. Bye.